Okay, so in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to go through our new WordPress website. This is completely blank install. And if you are trying to configure this not on Cloudways and you've installed a brand new version of WordPress, this should hopefully sort of follow along with what you see as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to check what this update is. Kismet. Okay, so I'm just going to ignore that just for the moment. What I want to do is I'm going to start by going down to settings and general. And in here, you'll see our site title and we've got our web address in there. So you might want to change that to, I'm going to change it in my case just to that. The tagline, I don't really care about the tagline. So I just delete, I'll leave it blank. Actually leave it blank. For that. Your WordPress, so the web address here, it should look something like this, https:///. That's all fine. Don't change that here, whatever you do. That could break it. This is the email address that you used to set up the website. And I'm in the UK, so I'm going to change the site language to English somewhere in here. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. English UK. Do you know, it doesn't make an awful lot of difference to me. It's probably just small spelling differences. Time zone, are we UTC plus 0? I'm not too sure. Where is it? I'll go Dublin. That'll do. Date format. So in the UK, we don't really, it's more of an American format. I'm going to go 5th of February. We're more likely to use that sort of format. Time format, that's fine. Weekday starts then. That's okay. Save that. Okay. Then let's click on the writing under settings. That's fine. Nothing to change there. Reading. Your latest posts. This will change later. That's fine. And this is fine. Now this is very important. So if this is your brand new website, you can leave that unticked. That's fine. If you click on that button, Google will not index your website. And you might want to do that if you want to create this website without it being discovered online. If you leave that unticked and you start building the website, Google will probably index it and you may appear in the search engines with sort of incomplete pages or template pages where you haven't added your content to. So it's up to you whether you want to leave that as it is or click on discourage search engines. Now, as I was saying in my previous video, if you are creating a replacement website for your current website, if you remember, I used the example test.skilettings.co.uk. You might want to build that off to one side, and then ultimately, when it's ready, replace the main Ski Lettings website with that website. You would probably click on discourage search engines because you really don't want Google to come across test.skilettings.co.uk and start to index that and have that appear in the search engines. What I will say is, whatever you do, if you do tick this, remember to untick it. There's a number of people that in the past have had live websites and have ticked that box and they totally disappear from Google's search index. So that's a very important tick box. So for me, this is a test.skilettings, so I'm going to save that actually because I don't want this site to be discovered, and save that. Let's see, discussion. I think that is all okay. I don't think there's anything I normally change in here. Media. Again, I'll leave all that as it is. Permalinks, this is an important one as well. By default, your blog posts will follow this sort of format, which really isn't that attractive. I much prefer if it just has the name of the post. So I usually change mine to post name to follow that format, and I'll save that. And let's say under privacy, I don't think there's anything to do in here. Okay, so that's creating a privacy policy. Okay, so those are the basics. So now let's go to our, we'll get our theme installed. So if we go to Appearance and to Themes, here we see we are on the current active theme is 2023 theme. So what we're going to install, if I click on Add New, if you do the same, what you're looking for is Cadence, K-A-D-E-N-C-E. Here it is. And what we're going to do is we're going to install that theme. Okay, and then we'll activate that. Okay, do we want the starter templates? I'll say yes, we'll install that. I can't remember whether we don't really need them, I don't think, but let's just bring them in because it gives you all these nice templates which you can choose from. Although what we're going to do is we're going to install the one that I created a little bit later. So let's go back to themes. And I like to do a bit of a tidy here. I like to get rid of, I sometimes leave one of them just in case I need to fall back on one of the other templates. So to get rid of them, you just click on Theme Details and then Delete, because we're not going to use these themes. Okay, so themes control the sort of layout of pages, like the, I wonder, can we get a preview? Well, if I go to the front of the website, you see it all looks a bit different now. So the theme sort of controls the styling of the fonts and the colors and your header and your footer and so on. That's what a theme is for in WordPress. Let's go back to the dashboard. Okay, so that's our theme installed anyway, and Cadence is active. Next, we're going to go to our plugins. Let's see what we've got here. Now, oh, there's our starter templates that is put in there. So this Akismet, we don't need that. Let's delete it. And Hello Dolly, let's delete that as well. Okay, so there's quite a few plugins to go through here, and I'm just going to go through them alphabetically. I have another screen here where I'm referencing these. So I'm going to add in, now if you're using Cloudways, install this. Otherwise, don't. I don't know how it works on other hosts. So I search for Breeze, and we're looking for Breeze WordPress Cache by Cloudways. We'll install that and activate. Okay. Let me just check the settings of Breeze. I think we'll probably leave it at the defaults for now. Thanks for installing Breeze. Not to use 111. Okay. So this is an optional one, so it's not entirely necessary to install this. But I'm going to install it for this demo. You could leave this off and everything would work fine. I'm just installing all of the plugins that I had in my demo. Another one I'm going to install is called Cookie Yes. And again, this is a European GDPR cookie that gives you the option to bring up the little banner that says, do you want to allow cookies on this website? So for me, I'm going to install that as well and activate that. And click Add again. And if you search for Fluent SMTP, okay, what Fluent SMTP does is it allows, I'm just going to click Install here. This is the plugin that we use to send emails out. So if someone contacts you via contact form, or you get a booking inquiry, for example, it's a way of that email being delivered to your inbox from your website. So we'll come back to these things, configure. What's next? So I'm going to install, again, this is an optional one, but I like to have iThemes, security, install that. And I'll probably need to record separate videos for some of these individual plugins, because they all have sort of best practices. Okay, so that's that installed. Add new. Okay, so now this is an important one to have. This is Cadence blocks. This is what I use to design the website. Install that and activate that. Okay, it's taking us into here. I'm going to go back to plugins and add new. What have we got next? So I've got Rank Math, my SEO plugin of choice. Now, a lot of people prefer Yoast SEO, which is it's actually not called Yoast, WordPress SEO, I think. If you're used to using Yoast, go ahead and use that. I just personally prefer Rank Math. And activate that. Oh goodness, right, we'll skip now. How do we get out of this? Return to the dashboard. Okay, so this is something that can be done later. So I'm just trying to get all of the plugins that we need installed. Another one I quite like, and again, this is purely optional, is Short Pixel. Again, this is a completely optional one. And you probably need to create a free account for this. What this does is, as you're uploading images into WordPress, it optimizes them and compresses them for you on the fly. Some people insist on doing it within on their machines before they upload images, but that doesn't always happen. So you would need to sign up for a free account, and you get, I can't remember how many images per month, but it's fine for most people. Where are we? Plugins, add new. In the demo, I have, or yes, in the demo, I have something called Booking System, WP Booking System. So this isn't essential. WP Booking System, install, was it that one? Yes. On one of the booking pages, you might have subscribed to a third-party booking system, so you don't necessarily need to use this. It's taking a while. Okay, and activate that. And the last one I'm going to install, and this is another optional one, is called WP Rollback. And I like to install this. Oh, add new. I should have said WP Rollback. Oh. It's this one here. What that does is updates come out all the time for plugins, and if there is ever an issue with the plugin, it gives you the opportunity to click one click, and it rolls back to the previous version. So it's like a big undo button for any updates that you install on your website. Okay, is there any way we can get rid of this configure? Okay, so I'm gonna do this in probably in another video, and I'm going to use SendGrid in that example because they offer a free service up to so many emails per month. But if you're used to any others, or you have them set up for another website, by all means you can do that. Okay, so let me just go back to those plugins again, just to run through the ones that you have to have and the ones that are totally optional. Okay, so Breeze is totally optional. You don't necessarily need to have that installed. Cookie, yes. I'm in the EU, so we tend to have that, have to put those cookie banners on our sites. Fluent SMTP, if you're with Cloudways, you will need that. If you're with a different host. Sometimes you have the ability to send emails directly out from within WordPress, and it doesn't have to go via a third party. iThemes, again, that is optional too. Some people prefer WordFence or some other security product. I like iThemes, so I include that. Cadence blocks you must have. Cadence starter themes, I'm going to say you need to have it. I'm not actually sure if that's true, but it'll not do any harm to have those there. Rank math, again, that is optional, but you do need, if you're not going with rank math, you really do need probably Yoast WordPress SEO or some other SEO plugin if you're familiar with it. So I'm going to say you need that or something equivalent. Short pixel, you don't need that. That's just a personal preference of mine to optimize images on the fly as I upload them, so I don't have to think about it. WP booking system, you don't need that unless you want to use it for managing your bookings. And WP rollback, again, it's a nice to have undo button in case any updates go wrong. But yes, you don't need that either. So really there's 1, 2, 3. Out of all of those, there's only 3 plugins are absolutely essential. But these are my choices anyway, so I thought I would include those. So let's go and have a quick look at the front end of the website, see has it changed? Not really. Okay, so let's go back to the dashboard. That's probably going to do it for this video. In the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to install the Nearha theme, and that should be the last step to have the fully functioning website. And then I'll need to create some more videos walking through configuring some of those little plugins like Breeze, the cookie, yes, Fluent SMTP, maybe a bit on iThemes, perhaps the SEO. I may record those videos myself, or I might include links to people who've already recorded videos on those subjects at length, and you might be better, rather than me trying to recreate those, just reference those. Okay, I hope everything went smoothly there for you and you ended up on the same page as me. Okay, speak to you in the next video.